My boyfriend asked his ex to make a workout plan for me that would make me look like her. I and my boyfriend Alex met 3 years ago but started dating 10 months ago. When I first met Alex 3 years ago, we were both in separate relationships. At the time, he was dating Elle. Alex and I had a mutual friend back then, and would often meet in a group setting with our partners and a few more couples. We both got out of our own relationships at the same time a year ago and then hit it off. Elle works out a lot and Alex and her would often go to the gym together back when they dated. She has a slim thick body type with a flat stomach, bigger thighs/ass, and slim arms. She is very pretty and it's hard not to be jealous. Her figure almost looks like a real-life elastigirl. I, on the other hand, am slim and thin. I'm just tall, skinny, and flat. I don't mind the way I look. Alex never seemed to dislike the way I looked either, he always complimented the little I had. He had asked one time before if I wanted to get a gym membership and work out with him but I said no and he never asked again. Yesterday, Elle reached out to me through Instagram and asked if I had talked to Alex about wanting to start working out. I said no because I hadn't. I was a bit confused and asked why she was asking. She then proceeded to send me multiple screenshots of conversations with Alex. He had asked her to put together a workout plan and meal plan that would make my body look like hers. He told Elle that it was my idea and that I had asked him to ask Elle. I never did. He was also very strict with making sure that she sent the plan to him and not me. Elle thought this was a little suspicious and decided to ask me before she made the plan. I haven't told him that I know about it and I genuinely don't know where to go from here. I feel so insecure and ashamed of the way I look now. Elle has been an absolute saint through this and has really tried to make me feel pretty, although it doesn't work. Alex is apparently not happy with the way I look. Not only does he want me to change, but he wants me to look like his ex. I love this guy so much and he's been absolutely perfect until now. Am I overreacting? Comment. That's so humiliating, I'd never forgive him. Elle is a girl's girl and did you a favor, take it and dump the jerk. I'm glad to hear it, he went behind your back to his ex of all people and made you look inferior in front of her. Kudos to the ex for being so forthcoming. You thought he was perfect but turns out he wasn't. He exposed himself as a bad egg, someone better will come along. Keep your head up. You're awesome. You sound a lot cuter than you give yourself credit for, and your ex deserves to be an EXL. Sounds sweet, and like 10x the boyfriend your ex is. I'm glad. I understand having a preference but what he did was mean and humiliating. You deserve much better. You deserve who like you for you and will support you for your goals. Good luck. Up, throw the whole man away. You're at a perfectly healthy weight, your D*head, idiot of a BF doesn't understand biology well enough to understand that there is no non-surgical way to make every body over into the big butt/thigh and large-breasted form that is the 2023 ideal in some countries. Please don't mentally tear yourself down due to one guy engaging in shitty machinations in hopes of changing your body to suit his fantasies. He's immature and dishonest and couldn't actually love you if he wanted to manipulate you that way. For real. I have an hourglass shape. I have always had natural large breasts and butt. Guess what I also have? A bit of a tummy and thicker arms and thighs because of the boobs and butt. It's just how bodies are built. Boobs and butt are fat. I've been thinner and I've been thicker but even at my thinnest/underweight I've always had a bit of thighs and belly. The 2023 aesthetic is wild. It makes me glad I'm married and in my early 30s. You're so young. A man who loves you does not go behind your back to change your body. He's deceitful and doesn't respect you. How humiliating. He reached out to his ex of all things. Why do you think she's an ex? Real love is so much more than physical. As you get older, you get bigger, you get uglier, but if you're in a real loving relationship, you accept your physical changes. Not as in giving up on them, because I do believe putting effort into your appearance for yourself and your partner is important, but it's not the most important. There are so many factors that go into a long-term relationship being successful. There are men out there who will love your body type. Heck, I spent my whole life wishing I had your body type instead of the porn star body I've always had. You seem like a sweet and loving person. More importantly, I don't want to be the cliche commenter and say to leave him, but I do want to ask you, is this really someone you believe loves and respects you? We all want our partners to find us attractive, but we also want them to respect us and love us for what's inside. This man apparently does neither. Immature boy. You deserve better, Imo. You have to believe you deserve better too. While not the point of the post and he's a douche that she shouldn't stay with, let's not throw away all common sense and forget modern science. Yes, you can grow muscle in specific body parts if you want them larger. You can get bigger, e.g. thighs, if you want. Bodybuilding. Fat, and therefore breasts, are different though. You generally lose or gain everywhere depending on calorie surplus/deficit, and variances in what loses/gains fat faster are genetically determined. This is why a lot of women bodybuilders get implants. That said, it's all just what UP wants to look like. And whatever you have, some people out there like it. For instance, I'm far more attracted to women like UP that are thin everywhere. You'd be amazed. I had to argue with a fitness fanatic dude about a year ago, who was pissed his wife wasn't losing 10 plus lbs in a month, unlike he who had been eating 800 calories and exercising 4 hours per day. He wanted his wife to use the same method he did, and was upset she went her own route, and lost at a smaller but steady pace instead. I've been there. I'm currently pregnant, foremost, by someone that I was dating and they cheated via text. My aunt died this year on my birthday and I turned to him for comfort. He doesn't really love me nor I him. You have your whole life to find someone that will give you the feelings and the love you deserve. Just don't be too hard on yourself, it's rough out here. Story 2. Wife needed space and has been gone for 4 months. My wife and I got into an argument 4 months ago. She left in the middle of the night and turned her location off, or so she thought. We lived in Georgia together and her family lived in Orlando. First month, she didn't talk to me for 3 days, then started asking if I missed her. I told her I did and I wanted her to come home to work on things. The next day, she wakes up and tells me she is driving to see her dad, parents divorced, before she comes home. I clicked on her contact info to find a copy of my insurance card she had sent a week before and her location popped up. She was supposed to be at her mom's in Orlando, but her location was in Tampa, Florida. When I asked her about it, she denied she was in Tampa 13x. Then when I finally showed her the proof of her being in Tampa, she called me an unhinged lunatic. I found a way to track her. She eventually came home, so we could talk about it. When she got home, I asked her to tell me what she did each day she was there to clarify her story. She wouldn't talk about it and told me I was being annoying and insecure. We argued pretty heavily and she ended up driving back to Orlando the next day. Second month, I'm distraught by this point. Just completely lost and depressed. I lost 30 pounds in 36 days, wasn't eating, sleeping, was throwing up, etc. Her birthday is coming up and she offers that I come stay with her mom to celebrate with her. When I get there, she's completely standoffish to me. When we were around her family, she acted like everything was normal, but when it was just us two, completely rude and on her phone. We had a trip to LA planned and I mentioned it at her birthday dinner and she says, "What makes you think you're still invited on this trip with me?" 2 weeks later, I found out she was at a guy's house at 11 p.m. I looked up the owner of the home and it was a guy in Tampa that she had been liking Instagram posts of. I went to his Instagram 2 days after and he was also in LA at the same time. She tells me he was there for an auto detailing conference and they never saw each other and she only parked at his house because it was closer to the airport. Third month, I get a notification that my credit card had fraud detected from Target. I went to our Target account to see if it was her. It wasn't her, but what I did find was she had bought a pregnancy test. She tells me it was for us. She tells me I'm crazy and don't understand how periods work. Am I the crazy one here? Comment. Yep, she didn't need space, she already hooked up with Tampa guy and was leaving you and was just hoping to keep you on the back burner and string you along just long enough to solidify her new relationship. Sorry brother. Divorce is absolutely the right move. Don't let her manipulate her way back, go full no contact and let the lawyers handle the divorce. Also alert the lawyer that she is now claiming to be pregnant 3 months outside of the marital bed. Speaking as someone who has periods, she could be 4 months pregnant, she could also be pregnant with Tampa guy, which is more probable. Continue with the divorce and pack her things. Let her know when she can come get them. Have some friends around for additional support when she comes by because she will single you out and try to get you to talk to her and oh baby you to take her back. Personally, I wouldn't be waiting to miss my period for 3 months in a row to take a pregnancy test while me and the father of said baby are going through a rocky patch in our marriage. She lied about where she was for a whole month and got weirdly defensive when he questioned why she would do so. Saying he was acting insecure in a situation where he absolutely should be feeling insecure also speaks volumes. If it is on, turn off your own location. Talk to your lawyer and freeze up any shared accounts/assets. Don't block her, but stop responding and log all attempts to communicate to see if she incriminates herself for favorable divorce conditions. Leave her to shout into the void. Depending on perspective. It is a learning experience for sure, and same as a divorce after numerous years. There are always lessons, good times and memories to be had. Depends on your focus of the good or bad. After I divorced after 27 years, I prefer to remember the good of it and learn from the lessons. Hey. Sending you a strong and long hug. I'm sure you're going through lots of emotions and feelings. We're here for you, buddy. It's okay to cry and to feel like shit. You held your side of the bargain and the other person, who you trusted, didn't. IR sucks. Trust your gut. You already know the truth. Be firm in your decision and make an effort to move on. A beautiful thing of humans and life is that we're strong and get over many traumatic episodes. You'll be fine someday. First, you are worth more than this, brother. Crying I get. Throwing up? Losing weight? NA, she's losing something good, brother, keep your head up. Clip this cancerous bitch out of your life, stone cold. Take 8 months and form a routine. Go to the gym. Or walk, who the am I? Start eating well, or keep doing that shit if you already are. Practice mindfulness and start paying attention to you. Once you slip into a routine and really get control of shit, then you can step back out. Hey, we all deal with stress and loss differently. Instead of criticizing him, uplift him. Don't talk bad or down to people. Change your language just a little bit and the world will treat you different, I promise.